My cat is literally going in her litter box. So, just being so loud. There's a problem with sit down videos in my house. My cat, she's the problem. Okay, we're back on the road. Okay, we're gonna get this thing started. Hey pretty people, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Make sure that you are subscribed so that you can join all the fun. So today's video will be the first one of a series that I'm making just in time for back to school. So unfortunately, this upcoming year, I'm going to be a senior in college, which is crazy to me. It hasn't really sunken in and that is what is about to happen. But I've been at this school thing for too long, too many years. So I thought I might as well just share my advice that I have with you all. And because I've been in school for so long, I have so many things that I can share with you that it just will not fit into one video, which is why I'm making a series that you all can enjoy. So today's video specifically is my top 10 tips for going back to school. So these tips are designed specifically for college students, but if you are in high school, you can definitely continue watching and keep these in mind, or save this video to go back to for when you do go off to college. But I feel as though no matter what age you are, you'll definitely find these tips useful, so let's get into it. So my first tip is to get your sleep schedule fixed now. Start now. I'm posting this video pretty early on because I think that this first tip is just so important, and the sooner you start, the better. You definitely want to do it tonight. The night you're watching this, go ahead and try to fix your sleep schedule so that you can get yourself into a routine, and then by the time you go back to school, you won't be tired and you'll just be ready for the school year ahead. There's nothing worse than pulling up to class and feeling groggy and tired, and that's just not how you want to start off your semester. So my next tip is to get yourself a little handheld planner that you can use for all of your classes. You want to go ahead during the summertime and go onto your university's website, whatever it may be. For me, it's Blackboard. You can just log on and then look at each syllabus for each class that you're enrolled in. I really like to do this a month before. That way I can stay organized and I know mentally what is coming up. So what I like to do is I like to log on, look at everything that I have going on, and then from that I'll pull out the really big important dates. For example, finals. Huge thing to put into your calendar, and I'll just write that into my planner and it makes my life so much easier. Things like finals and exams, they typically are concrete and they really don't change. Normally they'll change if like there's some kind of crazy event in your professor's life, or if there's like an emergency within your university. But besides that, the dates really don't change. So I just go ahead and put them in my calendar right away. That way I'm ready. My third tip is that you should go school supplies shopping as soon as possible. Once you're done with this video, go hop in the car and go get your school supplies because you want to get them soon. We all know that the good school supplies sells out so fast. Everyone wants what's best for them and they want the nicest of the school supplies. So you definitely want to go ahead and do it early. My fourth tip is truly so important, and I didn't learn this until halfway through my freshman year, which is unfortunate, but at least I learned it early on. And that is to invest in a really good laptop that's going to last you throughout college. The majority of college students do have Apple products, so MacBooks, because they do definitely last longer than HPs. I myself have a MacBook Air because it's really light and you can obviously carry it around with you going from class to class, and walking across a huge campus, you definitely don't want to be carrying a huge laptop in your backpack because that breaks your shoulders. So don't do that. Definitely get yourself a good one that's going to be light and will be easy to carry around. So if you're watching this video and you've already been in college and you've been through that, you know that this tip is so, it's a true statement. You need a good laptop. And now moving on to my fifth tip, which is get pictures of the people who are important to you printed out. So going away to college is a huge step. And you're gonna be far away from home, and of course you're gonna miss the people who are closest to you. So having a picture of them will definitely help you get through the semester, and that can even motivate you to do well in school too. Because looking at those pictures of the people you love just makes you realize that you're trying to better your future and better your family and just make everyone so proud. So having pictures definitely helps you throughout the year. My next tip is to go through your closet, especially if you're coming from high school and transitioning into college. You definitely have to clear it out. Just clear it out. You should seriously do a cleanse, like for real. Clean out and cleanse your closet. It will make the world of a difference. When you go away to school, you're not gonna use 90% of the clothes that you bring with you. And even though I learned this my first year, I continued to bring all my clothes with me year after year, and now I'm in my senior year and I'm realizing, okay, it's time to just clear it out and bring the minimal with me because it's just taking up room and cluttering up my closet, which is no fun. There's a 6-month rule too that I recently heard about, and that's if you haven't worn it in 6 months, if you haven't thought about it in 6 months, or you haven't seen it in 6 months, you don't need it in your closet, and you should definitely either donate it or sell it. And I definitely recommend selling it because more cha-ching for college, which is definitely needed. And now moving on to my 8th tip, which is do things in your hometown that you cannot do in your college town. You're moving away, I'm sure you've realized this, and your hometown is definitely not gonna be the same as your college town. Especially if you're from a small town like myself, it's 2 different worlds. As crazy as it may seem, you probably will miss your hometown. And when I was moving away to college, I never thought that I was gonna miss my hometown. I kind of thought it was gonna be like, okay, peace out. It's time for me to go, move on with my life, and I'm just gonna leave everything behind. But over the semesters, I've definitely come to find a new love and just new appreciation for my hometown. And I think that every single person kind of goes through that in college. So before you head out and move away, definitely go do the most fun things that you can do in your hometown. That way you can feel satisfied while you're at school and you won't miss it as much. My 9th tip is something that I feel like a lot of people don't want to hear because it kind of sucks, but you gotta do it. So that is to start exercising and getting yourself into a healthy cycle before you go away to school. It's so tempting during the summer to just sit back, watch Netflix, just eat unhealthily and just chill out. It's so tempting. So I know that this next tip is really hard, but it's definitely what needs to be done to benefit you throughout the years. If you start exercising and getting yourself in a healthy routine a few weeks before you do head off to college, that will just make your semester so much better. You can get yourself into a routine that can be carried on into college, because if you think you're unmotivated to work out at home, it's 10 times worse in college because you are flooded with a million things to do. But if you just start now and get yourself into gear and start that routine, it'll just easily transition on into college. And it's so important for us to stay healthy in college, not only for your physical health, but for your mental health, because it can be tested at times. So just do it and your future self will thank you. We have officially arrived to the 10th and final tip of this video, which is spend as much time as you can with your hometown friends and your family before you head out. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, my first semester at college was really hard because I'm really close to my family and we kind of just do everything together. So going away to college was like shocking for me because I was on my own for the first time ever and it was really hard to adjust. So spending time with my family and my friends before I went away to school was so important to me. It helped me to create memories that I could look back on and reflect on while I was away at school, and especially while I was missing them. I definitely recommend hanging out with as many people as you can. It's good for your soul. So that is it for part 1 of my back to school series. I hope you guys found it really helpful and insightful, and I hope that you guys will use these tips, especially if you're about to leave for college. Don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hopefully these 10 tips will help you with going back to school. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on part 2 of this series. Bye.